Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Gary Grigsby's War in the East. We're in turn 5 after some fierce battles already. Let's see what we can do. So we're in the air phase first, and that was a bit of a disaster last time. There are a few things this time that I think will be important. So first of all, I do think that I can at least send... I'm not going to do any recon in the rain. I don't think that that's going to be that necessary. First of all, I'm going to send Call of 16 over to this one. So... let's do that transfer. These are still the forwardmost depots, but I'm quite sure I can get all the way up to Abreen. There's no airfield there, so we'll take at least another turn before I can get units to the airfield at Pskov as well. But there's nothing I can do against that, so tough luck. At any rate, I have to... Tilsit is at 40 and Insterburg is at 72, but of course Insterburg has some issues. Let's send these over to Lindenthal and Tilsit, basically just over to that area, so that we have these down there for the moment. They are not going to do any recon either way, because the weather is bad, and I don't feel like I need to do recon under those conditions. So what I'll at least do is I'll go to this and remove those recons. I'll actually remove all recon. I don't think it's going to be useful for now. Alright. Next up, we have to depot at Minsk. These and these. I'm not getting any depots any further along, except at Polotsk, which is a fairly small airbase, although they're at 24%. One thing I could do is actually get Koluft 3rd Panzer Group. No, they're operating on a level 2 airbase, and it's a level 1 airbase. So I don't think there's that much to move currently in those terms either. Let's just leave them. Now, this is 46. Let's get Koluft 17 over there as well. I think that should be fine, and set them up 53. That's fine. There's no airfield there, so there's not much I can do besides, but this is really just only the recon moving forward either way. Same here, there's no airfield there. Skoleni is not... I mean, I can't really move these either with the way the air is currently. However, I do want to work on a naval patrol from Air Fleet 4. And I want to do that with KG-27. And hopefully some escorts from the Jagerschwader 77. Partial patrol is fine. Doing it around this area should already be okay. And I want high intensity. Fly weather needs to be better than poor. Yep. Let's do it. Let's see how that works. I could put 52 in there too. Yeah, because I need to isolate that. There is that, and that's pretty much all when it comes to air at the moment. I can't really move those other ones. So let's go. There will be a lot of sorties, and it might even be that they don't even try to do anything. Which is good for me, because that ultimately just means that they will be isolated. And that is exactly what I want. So I don't care about the operational losses either. I just need to make sure that no supplies get through there. Let's take a look at how that went. They run a lot of sorties. And the hex is isolated. That's good. I'm gonna attack already from this turn, but I definitely wanted to get that. There should be a way for me to look at interdiction levels. This is not it. Yeah, here we are. So they actually did run some, but we got level 3 on these, and there was enough. Okay, so you need an interdiction level of 3 in order to make sure it gets isolated as a hex. Alright. Let's start working on the rail first. So you're getting pretty far now. That's 2, okay. So I would get all the way up till here, and I will build a depot. No. Let's not have the AI do it. I also have 29 AP, so I should be switching up some generals again on this mission as well. Okay, so let's go. Getting that up to Vitebsk is also good news. And then I'll immediately work towards Smolensk, and then once I get Smolensk, then I'm gonna work my way back at that point for the double. For the double rail in this triangle, etc. However, at this moment, I will also build a depot at Vitebsk, basically at 4. Let's put you at 3. It will take some time before supplies will get to Vitebsk, ultimately. Okay, I need to also be careful here, because I definitely need to get the one at Vilnius. 100%. 3. 2. 1. Okay. So I'm missing 1 hex here to actually make full circle towards Minsk. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but nothing can be done about it. And the one in here, let's keep working on this. There is no way there are any units in that territory, so yeah, indeed. got all the way up here. Not bad. There's a last rail unit, which is you. Guess they won't be able to get it all the way there, but we'll do it next turn. Anyway, that's it for the rail units. I want to start with the pockets as usual. There we go. Finally. They've been gotten rid of. There we go. And it's a bit sad that even though I'm launching heavy attacks, they didn't retreat. That was not my intention, but oh well. Yeah, you cannot move further. They didn't have a unit there. Interesting. Well. They sure do have a unit in there. Or at least there. Let's secure the airfield though. I don't want to get into trouble with them cutting the rail line or anything. That would be a pretty big disaster. This probably does not work. It does not. Neither does that. I'm not gonna try. All right. Let's use these two with a soft attack to try and get rid of this. I feel like with soft attacks even that it should work. Yeah, okay. Let's cut them off so they don't have anywhere to escape to. And launch a heavy attack with those units. Some tanks in there. There is no way I can attack those tanks with these units, and quite frankly I probably need something a bit more powerful. I know I'm attacking across the river, but I still think we'll be fine. I think this is empty now, so if I... No, it's not. There's still one unit. There. Or, yeah, one. You're part of the 5th, though. I kind of want to put them there. I can use the 1st Mountain Division. but for that I also need to move in closer. Let's get rid of those tanks. Sweet. Now this area is now empty. This front Romanian infantry division, no. I'll just use these units to move forward and take those hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As close to the rail line as possible. Anyway, that's a cleared pocket if I ever saw one. Guess I'm just busy doing army group south at the moment. Eh, that's fine too. Definitely also going for the flanks, making sure that we can take this territory. It seems like they, for example, have a unit here. I don't think it's going to be a problem because ultimately I'm going to cut this off. But yeah, you can see already this is no good. So. Although I do actually want to make sure that they don't get cut off. They must have something around there, otherwise it would secede to me, and it doesn't. Shitomir is now secure. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess this might actually be closer to the rail line here. No, not this turn. Okay. Let's move you into Zhytomyr. I'm quite confident that they have absolutely nothing all the way up to Kiev now. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go here. Next stop. I'll use these units of 6th Army to make sure that these guys gonna surrender. It is a pocket after all. And I'd rather clear this pocket as fast as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how it is. So basically this unit, I mean, it kind of just needs to rest as well. It has poor supply, can't really move. Overall, not doing super well. Let's move up here. It's just this is the furthest they can go while capturing these as well. What this also means is that by this point, you know, I have at least secured all of this rail line for conversion on the next turn, so we can continue working on this conversion down to Dnepropetrovsk here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Build a depot. I'll keep both of these at 4 though, because not only do I want to have supplies here, but also up there. So I'll try to get my my supplies going through there, also on the single rail line. Okay, next. It might actually be possible for them to participate in a soft attack over here, which might be sufficient enough to deal with them. Right, so you moving would not be able to get a whole lot further. Let's move him into Finitsa. Let's just wait on them for now. They do have you. You're part of that HQ. Let's just put them under the 50 first, because this is no bueno. Sweet. There are quite a few units in there, so I'm already pleased to be dealing with them. Yeah. Nope. Okay. Let's do a double movement with you guys then and launch a soft attack on these together. Huh. Okay. The Soviets also have, if I move in here, which I should, they have no way of refueling these guys or anything else, which I think is also quite important. Okay. Pushing them back is not the most amazing in most cases, but this is going fairly well. It's a pretty large pocket, actually. So you don't hear me complain about that. I guess I would have to cross there at least. I'm not 100% sure as to how much I want to move those units at all. But so it's likely that this area is empty. And it was. A bit to my disappointment. Okay, so they have a unit up here, but I've already crossed a river at least. It seems like they're probably digging in along the Ingul River now. What I, at the very least, want to do is want to use my infantry to continue taking this territory, so it succeeds to me, and I'll be able to somewhat rest the panzers. So the 4th Romanian is going to attack, but not the 3rd. Yep. You'll go on there next turn. There's no need to take that currently. Okay. So this hex will not succeed to me either way. Let's move up in here. Seems like they have a unit out there as well. That's fine. Okay, so the most prominent reason why I want to do this is because I want to use, at the very least, these units to go and do hex conversion. Keep these guys resting for a week, potentially. Alright, Odessa, Odessa. So, first you will go on to the 30th Corps, so that these are no longer overburdened. Then, I certainly want to assign support units as well. Getting at least pioneers from every side. And I want to send more artillery from the 11th Army into the 54th. To get closer, that's the wrong one. Yeah, okay. I actually need to put you on lock though. That's one. Then we have the 4th Romanian Corps. And I want to assign the units here. You cannot do a hard attack either way. So for you guys it doesn't matter. However, I want to put units from here into the 4th Romanian Corps as well. These heavy howitzer battalions. Okay. The likelihood of me winning this attack are near 0, but that's besides the point. Oh. Well. Well, well, well. I mean, we have some of these that escaped, but I'd rather do this to Odessa now than wait. These guys are trapped. They're practically done for. Huh. Well, okay, let's move. That's Odessa. And that went a lot faster than last time. I'll keep these guys here. They're not going to be able to attack Odessa. Well, that's a pleasant surprise. Pleasant surprise indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm fairly confident. Huh. Well, you will need to move, so actually I need to take it back because I'll probably need to move them. I'll deal with it later. At this rate, for this rail line, actually doesn't even need to go to Odessa anymore, technically. Well, either way, I probably would be better off still just trying to finish this off first. And getting through this, so right. I might at least convert those. Which significantly reduces the pocket too. I mean, in terms of movement, obviously this is not the best. Heh. Okay. This, at least, certainly is a hex that I do want to take. Let's see, though. So... They'll probably have a line somewhere along this, and they will have given up this territory. You see, moving in here, doesn't help me cut off this rail. But this does. So I don't need to worry about this rail line now. But I can just go and grab cores then. which is probably a better reward. If we're looking at the Soviet numbers, 2.9 million currently. Let's move you around though. Take those hexes. And this one was a bit of a gamble, and I failed the gamble, unfortunately. Alright, so what could I potentially try to do here? I could even just go in here, try to break through this and move forward towards Kremenchuk. My movement for these rear units is not even that bad, ultimately, but let's deal with the other pockets first. Pocket duty is always first. Okay, so they have a unit in there. Like, okay. At this point, I do feel that I should be able to clear this out, though. There we are. One, two, three, four, five. This is closest to the rail. I also need to start moving these guys up by rail. Like, there's no way they're going to be able to move all the way up there just by walking. That's going to take way and way and way too long. Interesting that they're working that hard on this rail line. It's the one that I don't really care about. Oh well. Other pocket duty over here. Well, first of all, this here lonely hex is not really that much of a concern, but I will move you into this hex. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These units will also be exceptionally exhausted. One, two, three, four, five. Let's do it this way. This is okay. And yeah, these units technically, actually, they do have a rail line going through here, here, here. Although they cannot use this part anymore. And going into Afruk, but if anything is going to happen to them, their supplies are already very poor. I don't expect any trouble there. Even if they retake Lunanets, it's not going to be an issue. They're surrounded again. Unfortunately, I cannot defeat them this turn. Still, though, let's get over to this side. There we go. So I kind of build a new defensive line around here, and I'm gonna have to find a way to get through. Probably the best way to get over is through this area, moving towards Starodub, and then further down south towards Konotop. Yeah, because then basically at that point they're going to be operating from this one rail with whatever forces they have there, and if I can get into Kremenchuk, yeah. Okay, so this one did hold. Let's see if there are any units that can attack from that position. You can. Let's get them out of there. That at least helps some. These guys are pretty easy to defeat, so that's pretty good. And at that point, I can get you into Vitebsk and I'll just let them rest. But I think that's a pretty good move for them. Besides, I can still launch a heavy attack on those guys. Should have moved forward a bit first. Okay. It's interesting that they're trying so heavily to kind of get back there. I'm not saying it doesn't have any use, but doesn't really seem to end well for these units overall. I don't think I can attack there though. But what I can do is move in here to make sure that we retake that hex, so that they can also move the rail line into Smolensk on the next turn. Now, a Panzer division, I'd actually rather move with an infantry division all the way up here, but if they could have done a heavy attack, I would have been more inclined to do so. Yeah. I'd just rather first attack, then so these guys can technically get into Smolensk. They could also move further up, but what purpose does it serve? Nothing really. I don't think any of these can launch a heavy attack. These guys are a bit of a problem though, they're in the way. But I think that if I launch a soft attack, they might not actually rout, but just retreat in the pocket, which is what I want. Now it'll give me good movement. Let's try to get you in here to maybe convert this hex. Indeed it did. And then stay here. Okay. Moving you in here doesn't help necessarily. Because at that position they can't really do a whole lot either way. I'll just leave them and move you to take this hex. Nothing special. Move to cross the river, also to secure these positions. This is 43rd Corps. One, two, three, four, five. I can get them one hex behind. Or actually, I should be moving it further up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that they're closest to Vitebsk, which is important now. Okay, they still need to move an entire turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet. There were a few more units in that pocket than I expected. So I'm pleasantly surprised at that either way. Don't really have that much firepower anymore to deal with the rest of the units in the pocket. That's for sure. And I'm sure they're building up new defensive lines there, which is okay. I don't really care that much, but okay. Well, I can't just leave it empty. Let's see if I can actually beat them back. Barely. Oof. Huh. That's pretty rough. Because of the heavy woods. I mean, getting to Veliki Luki will be tough either way. Alright, one last thing that I want to do before I quit this video, or end this video. is... I want to move through this territory. I'm only going to use the 38th Corps. So 38th Corps is tasked with taking Estonia. I think that's fair, just having one corps to do that. Given the priority, I think that should be given to moving up. Yeah, really. You see, out here, I could move forward, leave taking Parnu to the security division. Probably that is going to be the best option. Trying to cut off Talon, at least from the north, will, I think, have a priority. They don't seem to be having many troops in there either way. So, I think cutting them off and then afterwards going to Talon should help me the most, I think. Alright, I'm not going to use these units any further on encirclements, but rather I'm going to use them to prop up this side. I have a hunch that the Soviets might try to get to these units. Although if I launch a heavy attack, I can still move. At least now I got another unit for the moment. Okay. Ultimately, it did allow me to open the space between these two a little bit more as well, so that's not too bad actually. Not gonna complain. They're down to less than 7,000 tanks at least as well. They have a huge reserve there. Find that interesting too, because we're actually creating pretty big pockets. But I guess it's not enough. It is not. Right, at least for now I'm gonna end the video here. I wanna thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I started breaking up the episodes or the turns into two parts again because it's just taking so long to do one turn that I can't really keep doing that in one episode continuously. It's just outright impossible to do it like that. So I guess this is the way it's gonna be. Yeah, so 2nd Panzer Group swinging to the south while we work on the rail and conversion, etc. Moving up at this time. Not necessarily the greatest of ideas, although they're doing fine. But there we have it. Yeah, guys like 20th motorized, they just really need to rest. These guys though, 19th Panzer, totally fine. That's one of the few. Most of my tanks here are severely exhausted as well, so that's pretty tricky. Same down here. I'm not impressed by their combat stats at the moment. So, but if we take a look here at capture dates again, at least for the moment, we're slightly ahead of schedule. August 4. This is already like July again, so that should then be taken next turn. This is technically this turn, actually. So we're somewhat behind there. Taking these territories, like, that's inconsequential, it doesn't matter. August. That's good. Looking at August here. August. This is even October going up. October 6th. But they, in one turn, basically, you would have to go from here all the way up till here, or here even. I guess it's doable. Anyway, definitely too late around here, and way too late for Vilikiluki. July 24th, huh? Alright. I guess I'm gonna wrap things up. I want to thank you for watching. Do hope you enjoyed watching this. If you did, please do leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And